Hi. So, I'm just recording this to tell you guys about what's been going on with me. You may notice I am in recliner instead of at my desk. Well, my desk chair does recline. This is much easier for me to sit on. Allow me to explain. Y'all know I've been sick for quite a while. I was sick for about 3 weeks. Um, which turned out to probably be influenza based on the fact that my sister had influenza. The classic kind. Um, and then I started to have really bad abdominal pain for a few days, like excruciating abdominal pain, kind of felt like my insides were exploding. I would have been more worried about the fact that my insides felt like they were exploding, except for my mom said that she had been having the same thing. She had had the same thing the previous week, and so assumed it was some kind of virus. But my symptoms seemed a little bit different from what she had going on, so I went in to see my primary care physician, and they were worried that I had appendicitis. So they sent me into the ER, and the ER people did a CT scan of my body, mainly just, the abdomen area, um, to check on what was going on with that. And it turned out I did not have appendicitis. What I do have is a really big fibroid on my uterus. If you don't know what a fibroid is, let me look up the definition for you on Google. Fibroid definition. I'm not wearing my glasses because of the lens flare, but okay. Um, a benign tumor of muscular and fibrous tissue, typically developing in the wall of the uterus. Mine is on the top of my uterus, still inside, I believe. I assume. I don't freaking know. I'm not a doctor, and I don't know how to read CT scans very well, except for there's a massive thing on top of my uterus. So, yeah, so it's a big mass, basically, that has grown on my uterus. And that has been putting pressure on the rest of my organs in that general vicinity, which explains a lot of my life the past year or couple of years. Um, Several years. So I have to have surgery to get it removed because it's too big to break down on its own. And that will be happening on Friday, the 29th. So that's exciting. This time in the ER was my first time ever being in a hospital not visiting somebody, and definitely my first time even having an IV. So it's a pretty big first thing to have uh revealed when you go to the hospital. But it is okay. The I'm no longer in excruciating pain. I am still in pain, but they gave me prescription grade naproxen, so it is some heavy duty stuff. So I'm not as in as much pain as I was before I went to the ER. So that's good. And it's in fact a good thing that I was in pain, that I had to go to the ER, because otherwise I'd have never known that this was here. Now I get to get it removed, but I am going to be in recovery for a while. I'll be healing from the incision alone for like 4 to 6 weeks after. I'm not sure if I will be up to streaming on Wednesdays. During that, I will keep you posted each week though, because I still want to be streaming, obviously. Um, but it is hard to, like, even right now, it's kind of hard to do a lot of stuff because my back hurts and my front hurt from this freaking giant thing pressing up on all of my organs. Um, Having an incision up and down your abdomen is not gonna be a whole lot better for that. But hopefully we'll be back to streaming pretty soon, and I might just do some streaming without the camera, because then at least I can sit however the heck I want, wherever the heck I want. and not have to worry about it. And it might be short streams if I do that because I don't have a lot of energy to spare, and I will probably have even less energy while I'm recovering. Someone I know who has been through the same procedure, almost the same procedure, um, they told her that she wouldn't really fully recover for 6 months, and she said that was 100% accurate. She went back to work after 3 months and felt like it was too early. She should not have gone back to work after 3 months. So yeah, it's gonna be a long recovery, but I don't think it's going to be too bad for the majority of it. The first couple weeks might be pretty rough, just because of incision pain, but I will no longer have pain from the massive Nerf football inside of me. Um, and it should actually improve my health overall because this has probably been causing me a lot of my health problems. So this is actually a good thing. I don't want you guys to be worried, but I do appreciate you keeping me in your thoughts and prayers because it's a lot, man, and it is painful. And I'm not upset about it. Like I'm anxious about it because I've never had something like this before. So obviously that's a little freaky, but I'm I'm doing pretty good for the most part because it's kind of a relief that that there's something that can be done, first of all. And it's just good to know that that suffering that I had for a while there was beneficial to me in the end by getting me to a point where I was able to determine what was actually going on and not continue suffering with it. So it's great. I will try to stream, but I'll keep, like I said, I'll keep you posted on a weekly basis because it's really up to how I'm feeling in a given day, probably. That's what's been going on. Now you know. Now you're informed. Um, I hope to see you guys again next time, and until then, have a good one.